Everybody shut up! I have an erection!
I get it.
I do get that reference. Do you not have that sound clip?
I didn't go about making one.
Why would
Howdy.
you?
By the way.
Yeah, there's a howdy, but no, for real. Like, why would you? Of all the sound clips for you to not get.
I
like that you have a loon, but you don't have that.
Well,
yeah, that's a little weird.
I will admit, I've been neglecting my sound clipping as of late. You know, I've had other things to do. There's been a gap at shows. Certain somebody complains every time I use the soundboard. Punish that.
Nobody has ever done that ever.
Hold on.
He's got it. How does Tonka have it and you don't?
Wow.
Gold.
Wow.
Feel better?
Way to show me up. Nah. Just go
Tonka,
ahead.
You're gonna have to get Tonka's permission to use the soundboard. It's kind of a weird thing here.
I was able to get permission from Tonka to use the soundboard. That's true.
You fucking did it again.
I'll do it again, yeah.
What are you just gonna like soundboard over me now? Is that what this is?
Battle of the soundboards.
You're close. You're close. A battle of the soundboards would be close to what we could be doing. Or we actually are going to end up talking to someone today. Somebody who people have only interacted with on Twitter, I think. And then apparently they have decided they'll be talking to us today. It's also interesting.
Oh, really?
Allegedly.
Is there going to be like some sort of drop spaghetti, or
I don't know.
Is he going to share the hot goss, spill the tea?
You become a woman more and more every day.
I could hear his pinky being raised as he grabbed his cup of tea.
And did that neck thing?
Look.
Yes.
It's 2020. You guys need to get with the program.
Get with the program? That... Nobody has said that sentence since like 1996.
It's coming back.
Fuck.
Yikes.
Oof.
Okay, it's fine. Grab today's guest and drag them upon the stage.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
I wish we had like the fanfare music like they have on the late night shows. The little dude with the saxophone.
Oh yeah.
We need a little guy with a saxophone.
Oh, that guy. What's his fucking name?
There's several names.
No, but there's one bald guy that's always on the Letterman show. He's the guy.
Paul Schaefer.
That's him.
That's him?
Yeah, Paul Schaefer.
That's a name Akujin knows.
How can you not know Paul? How could you not know Paul Schaefer?
Come back, dude! Jesus Christ!
Here's our guest. This is Croaxis.
Just kind of looking around. Ooh, it's weird in here. No, I
Came
really
back
like
to,
that.
I have an erection from
I
Ninja
love that
Sex
clip.
Party.
That's a great sound clip. That's a great sound clip. I'm not big on soundboards, but that one clip right now.
Love it. I came in here expecting to spurg out because that's what everybody's accusing me of. But that immediately calmed me down.
Erections calm people down sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
Calm a situation right down.
I mean, I've had one all day from this drama. I mean,
Me too.
I've been pretty chill, but everybody keeps accusing me otherwise, so I don't know what to say.
What is this drama? That's the other thing. I have no idea what's going on, but apparently everybody is very angry at a group of people, but then there's also a lot of back and forth, and somehow people have ended up wanting to come on this show, and that's questionable upon itself. What the fuck?
Fair.
happened?
I did not even know this show was in existence until Danny DeVito's dick told me about it. So there's that. But like,
there you go.
yeah, it's really I guess the drama kind of started last night with I think it was Nick made a tweet in regards of Vamp. I have no idea the context of that, but Optic replied to it and said something about "Happy anniversary, you doxing piece of shit" or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Nice.
But Pugnant replied to Optic, pretty much just spamming over and over proof, trying to get some sort of proof from
Any
him
kind
because
of proof for any of the shit these people say.
yeah, so that's what Pugnant was trying to do. He was trying to verify this claim, and it was just a lengthy back and forth between Optic and Pugnant. And honestly, I had criticisms for them both, but I ended up criticizing Optic more in it. And I talked to Optic in DMs about it even further, and I told him how that if he's the issue with him not being a drama channel, for one, is his his statements and all that, they're completely undocumented. So if he's going to make claims like this, he needs to have some sort of video evidence, or he needs to continuously give out the evidence when asked whenever you make an accusation. Otherwise, people like the middlemen that have no idea of what is going on, like Pugnant, for example, that he was being fairly neutral.
How
But
can they say that?
whenever you get these kind of middlemen and they're confused and they're like, well, can we have proof? And then, the person that's throwing these accusations is going, oh, well, I'm just so tired of saying it over and over and over and reiterating it. It's been years. Well, it's like, then don't acknowledge it.
No, that's the thing, is that it hasn't been years. We were cool this time last year. Burski was trying to get on a wrestling show that I was doing and didn't like Alex doing. So we were fine this time last year. So it hadn't even been years yet. What did you think of that 3-hour, 12-hour ban he was under?
You mean Optic last night?
I got banned for 12 hours.
3 hours later.
I had to delete everything in that thread where I was starting to look like a fucking idiot.
I talked to him live during it. Here's the thing, and I've noticed it with Twitter as well. It does not matter who it is. Like, even if you say the most mundane shit, you're most likely going to have your shit reported by somebody that's taken issue with it. Oh. And I think, honestly, if it was some middleman, or if it was somebody from your side, I could see them reporting that entire thread, because he was being a pretty hostile in it. But also,
anybody over here would want that thread to keep going. That was hilarious.
We get accused of reporting shit all the time.
Yeah, he was being begged for proof, and he had nothing but whining. There's nobody over here that would report that. That's hilarious. But if it was reported, he would be gone for 12 hours, not 3.
There's some weird shit with Twitter. This happened to me too. I've been told before, when I've been arguing K-pop fans and stupid shit like that, that I would say some just ridiculously awful shit to them just for fun, because it makes me giggle. But when they reported me en masse, I remember I was told I was banned for a month. But I deleted the tweets in reference to what was reported, and I was alleviated from that ban immediately. So it's it's really hard to tell what's going on with Twitter's mechanics all the time. Yeah, so I have to be fair with them.
If that's what happened, that is very strange.
Asked me to verify it, if he was actually putting tweets out live. So I honestly don't think he was, being mischievous there. But I'm trying to look at Optic fairly neutrally on this, because unlike Burski, Optic still has been relatively, I guess, nice or courteous or whatever you want to say. But he was a little passive at some points, but you know what? Fuck it, whatever. I don't give a shit if you're passive towards me, but if you're gonna be an outright cunt like Burski is, and I'll get into exactly what happened with him in a bit. If you're gonna be an outright cunt to me, I'm gonna be an outright cunt back. And I have Broski friends. I've been mutual friends with a lot of people that Broski's friends with. I've had mutuals come to me what, you dropped DMs on Twitter that even had his name censored and names of mutuals censored? How fucking dare you? This is the lowest shit in my book. It's the level of, and Pugnant was right. He was telling me this all last night. Pugnant was right. there's an extreme level of sensitivity with some of these people, and it blew my mind, especially with talking to them and like, you know, their private Discord, and you know how they like to shoot the shit. It is so fucking shocking how fucking sensitive these pieces of shit are.
Well, it's
and
selective. It's selective sensitivity. I mean, they want to be outraged when the shit happens to them, but then they do the most horrendous and insane shit to other people, and it's cool.
Well, they'll never be able to prove any of the things that happened to them. Nobody did anything to them.
I want to go
That's
on
the
record.
problem.
I want to go on record before we go any further. I want to say this. All of my issues lie with strictly Burski when it comes to the morning decay. I am still relatively neutral to Optic. Well, I'm fully neutral to Optic. As said, he's been courteous with me, other than the passive nature. He responded to me and answered my questions when I asked him. He didn't have to do that. If he would have just told me just no, I would have been fine with that as well. He went the extra length, to give me his side of the bits, which is fine. He didn't give me the full, documented, like, proof. He just gave me, like, his bits, which, like, is not enough to make me be like, oh, yeah, that's the word is law now. But, like, if you're willing to at least do that, then I'm fine. But, like, shit, I did the same thing with Burski, and oh my god. And I can't wait to show you guys that. Like, oh my god. Before we, like, get further into that drama, I kind of want to ask Tonka, because this kind of goes a bit back. What do you think of Tipster?
Weak, deceptive, manipulative. Well,
God damn, we agree. Like, every time, like, I hear people, like, talk of you and shit, like, I expect to not agree with you as much, but, like, talking to Danny about, like, I guess the people that we mutually hate, it made me kind of excited for today, because Tipster is a fucking piece of shit.
100%.
And and the reason why I even bring him up, because he is kind of tied to Burski, and pretty much our, like, friendship, like, me and Burski's friendship kind of, I guess, growing a bit because of Tipster, because even Burski agreed that Tipster's a piece of shit. Because I remember back in the day when, do you guys remember the situation MatPat was in, when MatPat of Game Theory, when he made a presentation and was talking to companies about etika and how cancel culture can affect, like, today's youth and such like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I
they
remember
all
that.
shit bricks over that because somebody big was talking about what they are.
Yeah. And my stance on it was that etika was a victim of cancel culture. And I got a lot of blowback from that. But you know what? Like, here's the thing. And so many people keep calling me retarded for this, but you don't have to be canceled to be a victim of cancel culture. When people are going after your livelihood and trying to tell people and sway them, hey, don't watch this. He's making it up. Hey, don't watch this. He's just, it's a fucking publicity stunt. Hey, don't sub to him anymore. Hey, don't donate to him anymore. He's being a manipulative prick. Like, that's a form of cancel culture, and you don't need, like, 99% of people to go after you to be part of cancel culture. You don't need 50%. You don't need 30. You don't even need 10. You don't even need 5. You need that just 1%, because when you are a depressed individual and you're dealing with some incredibly fucked up shit in your brain where you, like, can't tell what you're gonna do with your life and you're on the brink of suicide, whenever you look on the internet and you look at, like, a wave of positive comments, and you see, like, a wave of support, you don't really focus on that wave. You see that rock in the ocean. You look at that rock, and you have tunnel vision for it. You just stare at it, because that rock, the one that's telling you to go and fucking kill yourself, that one rock is a heavy impact for somebody that's going through that kind of shit. So that was my stance in regard to that.
If I remember right,
So
one of
that
the
was
best
mine.
examples of shitting on him that I saw was, I think it was Bo Blacks or Augie. I don't remember which one, but somebody looked at their channel. They had several etika breakdown videos. just reposting where he was having mental problems, and then put a rest in peace Etika video after it.
Ugh.
Remember that,
Like-
honestly.
I'm like, that is shitty. That's a shitty
I
thing.
remember talking to Tipster when he was still on the server, and he this was back before Etika had gone completely off the deep end, but I remember him thinking the whole thing was kind of fake.
Yeah. And that's interesting. Like, and you know what? Fuck Tipster. I'm gonna take your word for it. Because like I remember talking to Tipster in DMs, when he gave his take on Twitter, kind of dogging on Matt Pat. And at this point, me and Tipster already had an established like communication in DMs with each other. So I decided to talk to him because I'm not afraid to give people I'm friendly with or friends with criticism when I see fit. Because I'm a fucking adult, and they should be fucking adults, so they should be able to take it. So I go into his DMs, and I give my 2 cents. And you know what? We have a very, civil back and forth where we pretty much give our opinions on the situation. Where he, believes that he's not a form of cancel culture because apparently to him, cancel culture is about the majority and not about the effect, or it's about the majority, not about the underlying meaning.
Mhm.
And then we just pretty much came to the point we agreed to disagree. And
Tipster
then I remember-
contacted Vamp to try to tell her that she was being manipulated by me.
Yeah.
really,
And he also tried to tell everybody that me and him used to be friends. And she was like, I've talked to
But
Tipster one
I
time.
believe that. I believe that. Because I remember I got into a fight with, or not even a fight. I was going pretty hard after Nick DiIorio one time. And yeah, Tipster wants to believe me and him are friends and I'm backstabbing him. So yeah, I can fully believe that he would lie about, people being friends with each other when they're
You
actually
become
not.
their friend when they can use you for some sort of victimhood to say that you've done something to them. That's kind of how that flies. Go ahead.
Yes. But so from that point, I then got into an argument, and I'm arguing like 10 different people on Twitter at this point because you know what? It's fun. I fucking love it. So I'm arguing with like 10 other people on Twitter about the same exact subject. And this one person I'm arguing with is apparently some porn star, right? And I think it's like, fuck, I forgot her name. Let's just call her Dumb Bitch. All right, so Dumb Bitch, like,
Whoa!
so this dumb bitch, right? She pretty much is just going after me and not even my actual stance, right?
Mhm.
And dumb bitch just is throwing ad hominem attacks, like I am right now, just throwing ad hominem attacks, just left and right. No official stance. So you know what? I was like, okay, I'll do it too. So I throw ad hominems back right at her, and guess who hops in there to White Knight for her?
Tipster?
Yeah, our boy Tipster. He wants to come in there and virtue signal and be like, dude, like, you're not being very civil to at dumb bitch. Like, he made it a point to fucking at her as well, so he can get her attention.
Well, he does that with everybody.
Well,
He
you gotta
throws
get
it- I
those
remember,
head pats.
I think for like 2 straight months, almost every tweet this fucking fat toe lard fucking threw out, it was nothing but, I think, at Mr. Anti-Bully, at Keemstar, at Keemstar, at Keemstar, at Mr. Anti. It's like, dude, fuck down. Don't nobody like your fucking thumb-looking ass.
Notice me,
He's a-
senpai.
I fucking hate him. And and I remember, like, I told him flat out, I was like, wow, dude, this is the sense you want to take after we talked so civilly in private, huh? Well, all right. And then right after that, I went to his DMs. And admittedly, I was immediately passive towards him. So would you guys like me to broadcast the DMs live on screen, or would you prefer I just read them?
You can do. Whichever. I take your word for it on Tipster being deceptive and full of shit. We've dealt with him before. But if you want to fucking put him up, go ahead. But it would not shock me in the least that Tipster is being a duplicitous piece of shit.
Tell you what, I'm actually live right now because I want a VOD for my own personal use later on for like, just to be safe. So I'll put it on my screen and I'll just read it here. So if anybody like at
Legal.
some later point wants it in video form, I can send you a VOD link. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. Let me just get all this up. So if you guys have anything else you would like to say while I get this ready, you can go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hogging the mic here.
Well, I would like to thank you for coming on to talk to us.
If I have an opportunity to do what everybody else is claiming that I am doing, I am gonna fucking take the opportunity. Because you know what? I fucking am gonna have fun spurging out. Because you know what? If I'm a spurg in everybody's eyes, I'm gonna earn that fucking title.
When did you become a spurg? Because like 20 minutes ago you were, oh, he's reasonable and he's good, he's blah, it's all, everything's good. What? When did you become a spurg? When you stopped accepting the dumb shit they were saying? What happened?
I always end up becoming a spurg whenever people don't have like an argument against what I'm usually presenting to them. It's always ad hominem attacks with people. It's always that like, okay, here's my issue with you. This is me talking to the other person. Okay, so here's my issue with you, A, B, and C. And then they're like, lol, you're just a spurg. What a faggot. And I'm just like, well, okay, but what about A, B, and C? But yeah, but you're just fucking like, you're just having a fit, dude. It's like, okay, but that's great. But A, B, and C, and it's pretty much it's the same kind of circular argument that I have to deal with constantly from these kinds of people. So,
yikes.
Jesus.
Are you sure that you don't watch it? It sounds like you get treated like you watch this show.
I actually I watched I think the only thing I watched of the Kumite in length was when Destiny was live with you guys. And honestly, that tickled me. Yeah, I know. And the last time, well, I won't say the last time I watched it was years ago, but that's the only time I actually watched it in length. I've watched tidbits, but nothing in like full length.
They tend to just not give you any kind of time of day if you're from over here, because they know that you already know what's up.
So, did you watch a lot of Optic and Burski's stuff?
Well, I fucking.
Good Morning Decay?
Oh yeah, I did.
You watched that?
Yeah.
So, would you consider yourself like a fan of the?
No.
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 He's like, whoa, now.
Okay, so by you watching it, what was your intention by watching it? Was it
usually whenever I watched them, I partook. So like whenever I watched them, I would actually be in the voice chat with them because like I have a hard time watching stream without being kind of active.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and it'd be very rare in which I would watch it in my like personal time in length, and if I did, it was mainly to give them like lurk views, if you know what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were kind of an acquaintance to the show in a way.
I wasn't like any sort of actual hardcore fan. I'm not the type of person to like stan anybody. If anything, I'm more the type to burn bridges, if I'm to be completely honest, because people hate honesty.
Ain't that the truth?
All right, let's see. All right, I got the DMs. All right, so Tipster goes. Well, actually, I go first after we have our civil conversation. We ended off with, thanks, I appreciate it. You know, that's me saying that. And then immediately I respond after, Tipster White Knights. Again, really appreciate you not taking the time to see who starts throwing the first punch. I think you, of all people, you're trying to push an agenda because we had,
Hold on. Something happened.
Some sort of agenda because we had conflicting points of interest when it came to this specific discussion. And I thought you were better than that, man. Then I continue. Actually, he responds, dude, you're getting way too emotional here. Relax, bro. I was simply stating that it wasn't good form to go around criticizing everyone else's takes, bro. If you want to make a generalized statement with your feelings, fair enough. I was like, what the fuck? Literally, his take on Twitter was him going around and criticizing MatPat's take, wasn't it? So I don't understand why he's moral fagging right here.
Because that person probably had more clout than you did. There's more he can pull off of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah, but somebody with like, at the time I had like 23 followers as well. So it's like, are you really shocked that I'm not holding myself to some brand standard when it comes to arguing with people online? Are you shocked one random is arguing with a lot of other randoms for fun? Are you shocked?
Well,
But-
it isn't that he's shocked. It's that, well, yeah, you had 23 followers. So you're just a body for him to throw a thing on. and him and his friends to pile on, make an example out of you, and act like they have some big fucking Twitter win.
I never let that happen. I'll always fucking fight back. So, then he goes, but responding to everyone who you disagree with just seems petty. My apologies if my opinion triggered you. And you know what? Like, fuck it. If you want to call me petty, fine. I'm not gonna lie. I am a petty individual. It's fucking fun. Like, if you're not petty on the internet, you're gonna get fucking stomped on. That's just a fact. Again, I don't think you're seeing the issue with your statement. Coming out to publicly talk about how we talked in private comes off as if my stance is invalidated. First off, let me emphasize further. You didn't even see who initially clapped. I didn't reach out to them. They replied to me. So is replying to someone who was talking to me wrong? And then he goes, negative. Which is a direct contradiction to what he just said. I'm not going directly out of my way to talk to each and every single person. They're coming to me. So
You want to know why you were wrong in this situation?
Where was
You
I
weren't
wrong?
agreeing with them. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
me,
the
dude.
only reason that you were wrong in this whole thing. It didn't matter who you were going at. You were going at somebody who they liked.
Yeah, fuck me, dude.
So
Like,
that's how
and for
that
Tipster,
works.
it was E-Puss. And, you know, like, if you've seen him, he's that's the only kind he can get because he can't find his own dick. He has to, like, his arms don't reach that far down low, okay? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. So, conversation is going in a bad direction. It's best to just move on. And him trying to give me advice. Not keep poking the bear. What? Tipster, like, has gone on
Yeah, see?
air.
Well, no, it's a bear now.
Tipster has gone on
They're
air.
the bear.
fucking-
It's not just her. It's him. It's the rest of them. They're like, you're poking the bear because we're all gonna fucking say some shit to you.
The issue with Tipster
can't
is
call
that he does this exact same shit, and then he wants to, like, I guess moral fag and say that you shouldn't go around, like, you know, poking the bear when he does that consistently. What's his excuse?
No,
Oh, well, I
there's
have 40K
clout to be
subs and I'm a
gained
drama
from-
channel.
From him going at that Matt Pat guy, there's clout to be gained for him and the people around him. There's no clout to be gained in what is going on with this.
Like, it's so easy to just, like, have the popular opinion, but you know what? If you don't... and I'm still getting called a fucking, social... Like, what's the fucking term? Jesus Christ, I had
A social
fucking...
climber.
Social climber, yeah. I still get fucking called a social climber, and I've literally bitten the fucking dicks off of every single person that I followed at some point. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, you're gonna fucking end up with a lot more of that. If you don't want to go along with this shit, then all they're gonna do is fucking act like you're some fucking crazy liar. You fucking do all this shit. They definitely aren't liars. They definitely don't do that shit. And that's what most people will go with because for the most part, they just retweet each other. They go around in a circle and act like each other are right about everything, and they have larger followings than you have. So that's what most people end up seeing. Most
And,
people-
like,
it's a thing.
so...
I think that you did too, or they were telling you a bunch of things about. I think me. I just talked to you today.
I think, okay, like, all right, let's take a break from the Tipster thing. All right, so, before we go into it, what's your opinion of me, by the way? Like, before this, not, like, now.
I don't know
Well,
you.
okay.
I don't have a opinion. I didn't know you.
Okay, like, because I saw, like, my name getting thrown around, not, like, heavily, but, like, I thought you might have, like, a vague idea of who I might be,
You're
and,
the inquisitive guy. You'll lay down the thing and be like, okay, I have a question for you, but I also have a question for you, and you'll format it all well and shit, and then everybody totally ignores what you say and they keep going along and throwing shit at each other.
yeah, you might, I don't think you'll always hold that opinion of me, buddy, if I'm to be real, but, like,
Well, no. I'm not saying you're throwing it. I'm saying you will try to ask a question, or this is something that I saw. You had a question for, I think, Pugnant, and then you had a question for Optic. You went through all the trouble of wording them very specifically and very well. They both ignored you and just went about their day of being fucking goofy in the conversation.
I have a good example of that, actually, and I don't know, I really don't know many of the people in this, you know, this current live chat, but I do know one of you, actually, and I've actually talked to you extensively. Hey, Fowl, how are you doing, buddy?
It's infallible foul.
Doing okay, you?
I'm doing pretty glad with,
He
especially with
said you
today's
two
event.
hate each other.
I don't hate him, but I am very confused of his thought process because I remember in the past, like when he was, I think, going after Augie, and whether he was right or wrong, I guess that's subjective to your point of view. But like, I remember him going after Augie, and I remember like being, I remember seeing everybody kind of, shitting on him. I went into his DMs and I specifically asked for his side and like of just generally of everything. His side when it comes to Augie, his side when it comes to their little circle around them. I gave him an opportunity to be an objective, just person
Hold on.
that would actually listen to him.
Have you ever listened to the conversation that me and Augie had?
Uh-uh.
No? Oh, Jesus. Well, then that would that would enlighten you probably as to why Fowl would never give Augie the time of day. When
Well,
me
that's
and
not my
Augie
issue.
talk,
He can go after Augie all he fucking want. You
Well,
all
no,
can
just
go
say,
after
Augie
whoever. you want.
openly admitted he will do things and go along with things even if he knows it's a lie. He will stand by it.
I have
if
to
he
watch
doesn't
that
like
just to
someone.
verify. I'm not gonna
But-
take any word for that, honestly.
Because that sounds outrageous, doesn't it, Croaxis?
Yeah,
There's
it
no
does.
fucking way anybody would actually say that on air. There's no way, right?
Also,
I would
for
have to.
him,
Yeah, I
for
would say that
him,
if that's what he said.
I wish he had said it in more words than that. I wish he had made it more vague. But no, those are exact words. I asked him,
Yeah,
that's a lie. There's the lie right there. And he said, yeah, that's a lie. I said, and he's like, yeah, I'm
No.
still going to stand by it. It was
That-
fucking
He do
good.
this on
that's
the
where I
Tonka?
stopped defending.
On air, yes.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want people to watch this show, because they are full of shit and they are shown to be such on the show.
Mind
That-
linking me that specific episode because I would like to watch that just to see that because like I personally find kind of verifying these kind of facts pretty interesting. But anyway, going back to my issue with I guess
Go ahead.
Fowl here. So Fowl, I remember talking to you and specifically approaching you first for your opinion on I guess just Augie and all of them because at that time I was actually new to their circle as well, not personally in their circle, just new to them as a whole as a brand. So
Okay.
and then later on, when I guess challenge your opinion, then you say that I'm the type of person to not give, the opposition the time of day. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Do you want me to go into that, or I can?
Sure. I mean, I'm not trying to bite your head off. I'm just kind of curious why you thought that after I did give you the time of day.
That was the same kind of tactic that all of them, like Nick and Tobes, had been doing. Whenever I criticized them, instead of replying to me, they would just repost my tweets and just have their friends jump in, and I wouldn't even know what was said. And you kind of did that, and I figured, well, okay, well, you don't even want to hear my side of things. Well, and I'll give it this much: I think you corrected me on some things, and you're somebody that likes to call people out. Have you ever been wrong about things because you're just kind of like
Yes.
in the moment? I've been wrong about things before, and I think I don't remember the exact discussion, but I think I probably was at that time. But I would have been more than willing to go like, all right, yeah, fine, I'm wrong with that. But you never really like said anything to me. You're just like posting it on your wall and like, this guy, look at all this shit. He's so full of shit. I'm like,
I don't think I ever said this guy's full of shit. If anything, I think I laughed at you because I think the argument that you presented at that time was just so ridiculous and it kind of contradicted some of the other things that you said to me previously. I think that's why I was laughing at you. And I was done. And whenever I subtweet things, that's usually a point of me being like, okay, I'm done with this conversation. I'm going to have the last laugh and I'm just bailing.
okay. No, because I mean, if there's somebody that if there's something I'm wrong about, I definitely want to know. I mean, I definitely I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong if I'm wrong.
You
I know the
never did
first
admit
one.
the fact that like that was like I think one of your final statements. You're like, I was the type of person to never give it like the opposition a platform or being willing to listen to them. Even though I think I spent hours actually talking to you DMs initially.
Well, I just kind of thought you were there to try to like get gotchas on me. I thought you were just kind of following me around, going like, "Oh, I'll catch this guy in this, and then I'll put it out there and show what a piece of shit this guy is." And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I've been, reasonable. I've been willing to talk to you before, and you're just like, what was all the exposed for? It's like
I think
I
the
don't
initial
know.
like aggression when I had with you is because you actually approached me initially aggressive, because I think I was actually oh fuck. I forgot what the initial thread was, but I remember I was commenting on, I guess, the stupidity of some sort of logic, and it might have been on somebody of your sides, and I think you were having a go at me, and yeah, you were actually questioning my validity before anything else, and that's what I think, honestly, one of my biggest spurg like triggers is questioning my validity when I have had no reason for that to be questioned. It's like, okay, I'm ready to go at that point. That's oh, my dick is hard, dude, and you got it hard that day. So like that was my thing with you that specific day. So you actually were the one that came out and were questioning my validity from the get go, and I think that initially gave me issue from that point on. So I feel like I would reasonably be very short with you if that's the thing that you would come out of the woodworks to do to me.
Oh, I shouldn't have like come off that aggressive, I guess, but I guess I'm learning that about myself now, and I've realized that I'm a little bit harsh on Twitter. I mean, that's
Yeah, as
always
fucking
been
harsh
kind
as
of
you
a
want,
thing.
dude. But like, and you know what? You don't even need to apologize to me. I just want to, I just wanted to. I just talk about my erection a little bit, like you don't need to
okay.
apologize to me. Like, anyway.
There it is.
Hell yeah! I was baiting that. Fuck yeah! About time, Jesus.
Well, I had said last one earlier, but then fuck it.
All right.
One more.
So I had my fun with Fowl. Like I just, you know what, Fowl? You know what, buddy?
You
like,
two come off way similar.
I don't hate you, Fowl. If anything, I love you, buddy. Like, what are you doing later? You up? You out? You up?
That made it weird.
Wow.
You're gonna learn that like the Spurg title that people like to give me, it's
because you ask questions they don't like. The same reason they give it the Fowl.
No, dude, it's so well deserved. I mean, like, fuck, dude. Like, Fowl and I, like, oh Jesus, like, you see how we handled this conversation. Like, I don't think there's a more
it doesn't
inappropriate
take
way
very
of
long to deal with people when you talk to them. When you're going back and forth and you have only so many characters and everybody's trying to get their shit in, it gets a little clunky.
I just like that Al thinks he's harsh on Twitter.
Wow.
I can be. I've been told
what a strange way to kick him while he's down. That was.
I don't know.
That was decent.
Right, so.
I mean, I've
enough of this
seen
gay shit, I guess.
that are more intimidating.
Enough of this gay shit.
I'm glad you two have found your place there.
If I argue with you on Twitter, like even with that dumb bitch E-whore, like I don't hate you. Like I don't have enough time to hate people genuinely. But other than Burski and Tipster and all of them, oh yeah, I fucking hate you, dude.
So Burski's earned hate.
Yes, because I think it's honestly a direct response to I guess the Tipster situation, because after Tipster I learned to treat internet relationships with more you don't
know these fucking people. They're not relationships.
Yeah, I think to treat like internet relationships more with like more fragility, I guess, because like it's like why there's so many fucking people on the internet, right? So like if people are going to be like an outright cunt to you, right? Immediately reciprocate and immediately be done with them, because there's going to be more people that you can hang out with and you can immediately fuck with. You don't need to dedicate yourself to these kinds of people if this is what the kind of character they show to you. So that's why I guess learned from the Tipster situation. And you know what? If people want to say that I am short with like, if I'm super quick to, I guess, give up on Burski's friendship after this, I'll show you guys why. It was one, I guess, big altercation, but you know what? Like, I'm not gonna bother wasting my fucking time, because I get the general idea. This is his actual personality. He's short when he doesn't have his way.
Very. He freaks out.
Okay. How do I say your username? Croaxis?
Yes.
Okay. Mind if I come sit by ya? So okay.
He's gonna call that boy Croatian.
Croax. I'll just call him my new fan bud. Okay, so there was a thing with Optic last night, like you were saying. There was some arguments on Twitter. Pugnant wanted proof, and Optic wasn't giving him any. Can you kind of go from there on what happened? Because we're seeing that it looks like the morning Decay has dropped underneath 1,000 subs, and we're kind of wondering
That's
what is
probably
going
more
on.
people than just you guys have got mad. What the fuck? Yeah, what do they do?
Yeah. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Honestly,
there.
it's a meme for that channel at this point. I don't know if you guys realize it, but like they've probably hit 1,000 subs like 20 times at this point. And I think it's mainly because like they have like, you know, the same like people that have subbed to them for so long and just never unsubbed, and then they get the people that have subbed to them temporarily and then later unsub, and then, you know, like, I don't watch this every time. And then they get the regulars. I think what's going on is they really don't brand out much. They just kind of they have like a certain circle they talk to. So whenever they intermingle in this kind of close setting and really don't do anything outside that, and really don't try to, I guess,
But
push their
you-
brand,
I
I
just-
think that kind of stunts their overall growth. And so they're kind of in the constant cycle of being in 1,000. And it also might attribute to like some dumbass petty dramas as well.
I was
Because
gonna
like
say,
if
this is
people
what I'm
fucking talk them
trying-
up pretty regular.
Yeah, we're noticing that typically the only people that challenge Optic and Burski are us, people on this side. And we're noticing within the last couple of days that it's now not just us. There's other people that are kind of looking at what they're doing, not buying it, wanting proof.
Can you give me an example of either a social circle or a actual like I guess influence going after them?
Well,
don't
I
know.
just like we like on the show a lot will challenge their narrative and what they say, mostly because they lie.
Well, the
And
reason it happens
typically
is
it
because they
seems
tend to be
like-
lying about us, so we end up being the ones saying about it.
Exactly. And typically that's the case. It's usually only us, people on this side. But you, for example, and Pugnant are challenging them. We don't typically see that happening. Like a lot of people that interact with them seem to just agree with them, or they just don't acknowledge it. But it seems though that lately there are people that are not buying their narrative and they're challenging them. And we're wondering if something, you know, significant is happening. Like you said, you've got some issues with Burski. You said that
Yeah, but
you hadn't.
that's like it was like an instantaneous blowout. Like holy fucking shit! But if it comes to like Optic, as said, I'm very neutral with him, and he has, other than very passive comments, which I don't even feel like there's even need to read them off or jack shit, because you know what, like we're naturally passive without even meaning it. That's just people. I'm like that. Y'all are like that at some point. I don't, you know.
No, I am
I don't even
very
know.
direct.
Yeah,
I
I
am
don't even.
notoriously direct.
Well, you can be a direct
Optic and
person while also
Burski,
being
though,
passive.
they are different people.
Yeah, so like, but with like Optic, like for example, I feel like if it wasn't for Optic, there really wouldn't be much of a show, because you know it's his skill set that draws a lot of people in my opinion. You know, because
Mr. Squiggles,
Skill?
Mr.
That
Squiggles,
dude
he-
traces
skill set.
fucking art. Fucking
Yeah. Okay. That's another thing. He was trying to say that we are trying to.
yeah, he has said that we
make him lose
doxed and slandered
income?
all that shit. Ain't nobody
Right.
done that except for Hibana. Hibana's the one who hit people up.
Actually,
Am I going back a bit more into that, by the way? Because I don't know that at all.
didn't you get accused of stealing his talent, Tonka? Something.
He did accuse me of stealing his talent once, but that's fucking weird metaphysical devil shit. All right. What do you want me to go more into?
Abana based stuff, like I kind of know her. She's kind of, you know, stuck up for me here and there, but overall,
Just
I
watch
really
my
don't
Thought
know her.
Patrol with
Yeah,
her.
I don't hate her. Again, it's not a thing where like anybody hates her. But
I don't
she'll
assume that
do
you hate her.
shit.
I'm just curious. Wait,
Yeah,
like
she'll do
what's going
shit.
on with her?
She'll watch her friends say some shit and blame us for what she did and won't say shit. I'm not the one who fucking tagged Art Germ and all the people that he stole art from. Hibana is. Habana is the one who did that because
Yeah,
she
that
was
was
trying
her.
to get some clout.
Well, did she actually blame us or did Optic? Because
No. She just won't say shit when he does, and she's right there. She's in the thread. She can reply to it at any point, and she admitted as much on that fucking show with Blossom. And it's like, okay, well, that's why don't nobody like you.
All right, so from a personal standpoint, I'm gonna choose not to comment on like the art theft because I've heard it hushed a little bit, and I've heard it a little bit from Puck. But for overall, I don't know much about it, and like that kind of like
You don't know
thing-
much about. No, this is the thing with the art thing. This is something that takes a half a second to fucking see.
It takes one
Akujin,
picture.
can you post that shit? Bring up on your little bring up the live thing, and we'll
Tell you what,
get that video and just
all one
do
of
it.
you, every one of you, if you have information in regards to this, feel free to DM it to me because I
Alright,
will
I'll
look
DM
at it from both
Hold on.
sides.
You right
It
now.
won't even take that. Ain't no reason to even clutter the DMs. There's a time-lapse photo of the person who made the art, and then his art put on top of it. It takes 10 seconds to look at.
Is that a actual like thing that was paid for, or was it just something that he drew?
Yes! Yes, there's multiple things that he's charged people money for that he just fucking traced.
I put the video in normal conversation if Akujin wants to bring it up. It's only like 13 seconds.
You
I
can
will-
pop it up
I
on the
will-
fucking screen.
I will bring that up and I will pop it up on the screen too.
Okay.
You can't look at that and be
Right.
like, okay, yeah, he definitely didn't. Yeah, it's a controversy. There's no controversy. He did that, but he
Pull up your
thinks
stream.
if anybody calls him out on it, anybody mentions it, anybody says a peep about it, you're doxing him or some other random bullshit that he thinks he can get people to rally around him for. It's bullshit. 100% bullshit.
I got your stream up.
By the way, the video that you're looking at, this is the video that got my fucking channel struck a month ago. This is the bullying. This video with no audio on it.
There we go. There's a delay, so.
Well, I've gone live, so you can also click on me in the live chat and have a look too.
Yeah, I would advise you to do that through the.
Well, if he's looking at the
there.
screen, either way, just click play on the fucking thing
All right.
and let him watch the magic happen. You're looking at the original art right now.
Yeah.
I'm not 1 second. All right, let's see. It doesn't say that you're live in the chat.
Click on Akujin's name
Yep.
in the live chat, and it says join stream, and then you click join stream, and you
But
can see what he
Is
sees.
that disallowed on browser?
No,
Are you using
is going on?
Discord on a browser?
I have to. I have 2 different Discords for security reasons.
Yeah, that's probably your issue.
is that what it is?
That's probably
Okay.
it.
I guess he can just watch it through
Just-
the.
Yeah, just let him watch it through the thing.
Discord
Okay,
on
so-
browser is trash.
All right, hold on.
Anyway, I'll play it now.
Okay. You ready? There you go.
And in case you missed it,
Play
Yeah.
it again.
there's the original artist, and here's what Optic charged somebody for as an original design.
Charge somebody $100.
I'll approach him about this later.
And this is something
Let me
Hibana.
get the.
This is something that Hibana on Blossom's show said. Yeah, well,
Habana's the one who
I know he did that, but I kind of just stopped wanting to call him. What did she say? I just decided to lie about it. She said something
I think
egregious.
Oh, yeah, she eventually just said, "Yeah, I was lying. Yeah, he traced it, but I still want to be their friends." Like Habana knows he traced it, but she just wants to be friendly with them because that's who Augie's hanging with, and everybody wants to do all this social climbing, clout chasing, cringy shit.
I think that's just who she is too. She just tries to get along with everybody.
All right, I just dumped it in Blossom's thing, so I can go back to it as a point of reference
No
later. I'll
worries.
talk to him. I'll talk to him about that later.
So
just to-
okay,
Well,
let's,
here's the
what is
thing.
your opinion on it?
Yeah, when you looked at that, you have eyes, motherfucker. Do you
Yeah.
need to talk to him about that? What is he gonna tell you about that? What's he gonna tell you?
the thing is, like, it's still interesting to find out what he exactly has to say. So
Okay,
it says
but
right here. Some have
what do
called it
you
tracing.
think?
Optic calls it referencing. I don't
What could
know.
he say to you?
Wait,
that
wait,
would
wait, wait, wait,
change
wait,
your
wait, wait, wait,
opinion?
wait, wait,
Calm
wait.
down.
Some have called it tracing. Optic calls it referencing. I would like to see like from in like in DMs what he would frame it as, you know?
What do you
Because
call
like
it?
what if he called it a reference again, and if it was a paid thing, then I guess that's just set in stone. Like there's no defending that. But if he wants to like word it in some sort of other way, then I would definitely present that argument, I guess, to y'all since you guys are showing me
When
this.
you reference things, they don't end up a fucking
Almost exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah, not a, the difference is the colors, man.
Look, just say you came to me and you commissioned a piece of artwork and I gave you something, and then you found out that this other thing existed. And you have the second one and I have the first one. I didn't credit the original author. I didn't do none of that shit. All I did was take your money. What are you gonna think?
Ooh, oh, Broski's adding me on Twitter. Ooh.
Ooh.
He goes,
Oh.
Tipster was right about you. Complete and utter bitch. But here's the funny thing. Didn't he? Well, I guess I haven't shown you guys that. He actually
Hi,
was
broski, you
calling...
fuckwit.
Yeah, he was calling Burski a bad faith actor or some shit like that as well. Unlike you, I don't subtweet like a bitch. Bullshit. You fucking do that all the fucking time. He did that to fucking Pugnant. And he also...
Pugnant, he'll do it to Vamp. He'll do it to anybody who he knows will call him out immediately on his shit.
Also fucking... It's so fucking sad. Right after he blocked me on fucking Discord, he fucking was tweeting fucking ambiguous fucking shit about me, saying, "Oh, the Spurgs are up early in the morning." It's like, okay, so now you want to play the hard ass narrative all of a sudden, and you want to claim things that you don't fucking do. All right, he says this. Croaxis was taken, hit me up several times for the same info on the same shit. I had previously told him to get over it, and it was perfectly reasonable. It hit me up at 6:30 in the morning before I had a drop of coffee about the same shit I told you to get over. And no, I'm not gonna be nice. Motherfucker. All right, so let me break this down very slowly. Hit me up several times for the same info. That's a fucking lie. I've only ever fucking asked him about the loan one single time, and that was today. I had previously told him to get over it.
No, you asked Broski about the loan. You're
Today,
wrote the fuck off, son. No, you're wrote off, motherfucker. You're gone. That's game for you.
Welcome to the Kumat. Yeah, you asked him about the loan. Welcome to the Kumatards. That's your label now forever.
Oh, he goes, I had previously told him to get over it and it was perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. Okay, we're going to skip a lot of the story and we're going to show these DMs where he's being super reasonable right now. All right. Because you know what? I'm fucking tired of these fucking bad faith actors lying about this shit and pretending, link dropping and DM dropping is like the worst thing when they will fucking outright lie about you.
Yeah, imagine that.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, so while you're bringing that up, what do you think about that picture? Like without having to talk to Optic, what can you not deny that is a straight up tracing job? Like even the hair strands are identical.
That's where it gets brutal.
Like
when the fucking hair is in the same. That is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you though, you really fucked up asking about the loan. You're done.
Yeah.
Like there's no way back in Broski in them's eyes once you do that.
If that's all it takes, I don't give a shit. If he wants to be that kind of sensitive, a little bitch, and wants to be a fucking hard ass like a piece of shit, then no, I'm not going to care about this wannabe internet tough guy that wants to talk hard shit at people, but then gets all his panties in a bunch whenever somebody asks him a fucking question, especially if it was...
Do you know how bad it makes him look that he's owed Vamp $500 for almost 2 years now? And all he does is talk shit about
he acts like this to people that just simply ask him a fucking question one time and he has to lie?
Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't have to deal with that question if he didn't owe her money. And by the way, we've told him this whole thing could just go, just say you don't have the money. But calling Vamp all kinds of fucking names and slander, no, that's not how you make the loan go away, dipshit. Say you don't have the money, what the fuck ever, lesson learned. But slander and lying about a motherfucker, that's not going to make your loan go away. Lying isn't going to make it go away. Fuck that and fuck him.
You want to do something
Outright.
fun tomorrow? Just go to his chat in the morning and say hi. See what
Oh,
happens.
oh yeah. They
Hold
hate
on.
when you do.
Okay,
I'm banned
Here's-
because of that.
here's something. Before we get too much further into anything, while you're on the topic of Burski, do we have that clip? Because I want you to look at it with new eyes. I remember one time somebody had posted where you saw this in the Discord, and you did have questions, but then you were talked down a bit. I was wanting you to get that clip with new eyes now,
All right, I got
knowing
the
how
DMs.
shit's going here.
So I approach him. And yes, it was in the morning. But you know what? I hate this. All right, before I even approach it, you know what's the biggest bitch move? Is when people are like, this person hit me up at 6:30 in the morning. All right, are you such a whiny little bitch that you felt like you had to respond and even acknowledge it at 6 in the morning? That just happens to be when it was convenient for me to text you. A text can be, put on hold. And we're not talking in voice chat. You could wait on that. It's not like I destroyed your fucking sleep schedule or just disturbed your fucking life in any sort of way. So that's automatically a bitch claim, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
another
It is
bitch point
roast.
for the hard ass on the internet. All right, so I approach him. I go, "Hey man, I'm sorry to be a dead horse and relight an old issue, but remember that screenshot of Tonka telling you not to worry about the loan? Because I remember that circulating.
That doesn't exist.
I remember, or at least
that isn't the
that.
screenshot that he puts around. The screenshot he puts around is where he says that Vamp saying that her help was a loan. And he
Okay.
narrows down that one little spot of stuff. There's no screenshot that says, don't worry about that loan. Fuck no. I didn't even
Okay.
know that loan happened.
He didn't.
Okay. He goes, Jesus, yes. And then I go, mind sharing it with me? And then I add, trying to argue with internet numbnuts, which, is pungent. And I fucking shit on him like all the time like that. It's because we're friends, So I'm trying to argue with an internet numbnuts that wants proof of everything. He goes, if I have it, I kind of moved on. Let me look.
No, I didn't.
And then
How
I go, I'm trying to
convenient.
explain how. And then I said, I'm trying to explain how this should just stay between the parties involved, because when money is involved, there's always many nuances involved, because this has happened to me, like when I've lent people money or if I have lent money and shit's always gone awry and it's never so fucking black and white.
Oh, it's
So, like-
ridiculously black and white in this one because it's written when he got the money on the fucking transaction. This is a loan. Get this back to me.
I say, trying to explain that why this should just be between the parties involved, and the money involved there is always, there's always more nuances involved. Not everything is documented via text. I've been in this situation multiple times myself where I've lent or given money, but since they've shown more, they're more believable, using Pugnet's, quotes, Then he goes, yeah, I don't have it, and I'm not going through old DMs with Engine Boy to find it.
He doesn't
And-
have it. It doesn't exist.
And if he would have left it there, fine, that would have been it. But then he goes, move on. But for real, stop DMing me about drama shit. I don't give a shit anymore about any of it. And the only time you DM to ask me about this shit that happened last year, get over it, please. Going on a fucking tangent. And I'm just like, bro, I'm only doing this, taking up your defense after Optic stirred it up, and now I'm arguing with a mutual for taking up the defense of you guys. I'm not doing this for my fucking
Jesus.
enjoyment. I'm trying to be fair, a fair party, while not burning my own friends in the process by keeping the story straight. If you have an issue with me trying to confirm something while also backing you, then fuck, dude. And then he goes, you think I give a fuck what your mutuals think about me? That's not what I was trying to get
Yes, he
across
does,
when I was
though.
literally trying to have him sympathize with me in some sort of regard, because I thought we were fucking friends, I thought that if I told you that, hey, I'm in this, I'm talking with people because Optic stirred up, I try to remain neutral, and now I'm in an argument with a friend, and I'm trying to keep the story straight. That was my stance on this matter. But you know what? I get a fucking little tantrum from the very get-go just for asking about it. I've gone on record with multiple other people, whether it's small YouTubers, larger YouTubers, small Twitter users, larger Twitter users, whoever the fuck. If I ask you for information and you're like, no, I don't want to give it to you. Okay, it ends there. If you don't want me to share, if you haven't, I guess, fucking burned me. If you don't want me to share like a conversation, then okay, fine. Like it literally ends there. But then the narrative keeps getting twisted and pushed that, oh, I'm only upset because he didn't give me the information that I'm entitled to. At what point was I demanding this information? I even prefaced it and asked in a very specific manner, mind sharing it with me? I didn't say, share me that shit. Give it to me. I need that info. I literally just asked him a question. If he said no, okay, cool. Would have ended there. And then I would have told Pugnant,
But he
you know
knows it don't exist.
Yeah.
So I would have
So he
then
needs
told
you to
Pugnant,
just drop the subject whole cloth. Because if you dig for more than 5 seconds, you find what's on the screen. Do you see the note from the note on the thing? Do you see the note?
I think so, yeah. I think Pugnant, no, wait, Pugnant didn't share it with me, but I think I do remember seeing the word loan on it.
Oh, it doesn't just say loan on it.
It's on the
There's a
screen.
note from the first thing in the morning exchange here, and it says it right there. It says note from first thing in the morning. Go ahead, read it. It's right there. This is where he got the money. This is where he got money from Vamp. No, it's on the screen, live on the live. It's
I mean,
on
I can send it to you with
Yeah, just
the
send it to him.
timestamp from today.
Yeah,
I just
Send it
grabbed
easier.
it.
Send it to me, please.
This
Okay.
is why when you said it's not black and white, it's like, oh, but it is.
Hold on. There you are.
You know
This
what?
is
I'm not
probably
gonna
about as
even
black
fucking
and white as
defend
it
him
gets.
anymore because he doesn't want me to. So it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
There's
If
no
this-
defense, Croaxis. That's why he doesn't want anyone to defend him, and he wants everyone to forget about it. There's no defense.
I guess so, because he doesn't want me to defend him. I guess there's no defense. I guess so.
He doesn't need anybody on the battlefield because all they're gonna do is drop their gun and turn around.
I
want
included
that.
the timestamp at the bottom of the screen because I'm constantly accused of photoshopping this.
All right, so let's continue on these DMs. All right, so because you think I give a fuck what your mutuals think about me, completely missing my point. He says, like, honestly, do you think I care? And then I said, you're only thinking about you. How about my mutuals think of me when I take up to the defense of people and then can't build a proper defense for you guys because I'm being told to fuck off by the very people I'm trying to help? And then he goes, it's because it's about me, dummy. Are you fucking talking to that Pugnant cunt? Why does that even matter? And then
What?
And then I go, dude, just fuck it. Really? I'm just done defending you. And then he goes, good. I never fucking asked you to and did I?
Oh
And
my
then he
God.
continues, I didn't ask you to. So I don't care what your mutuals think about you. And I said, sorry for trying to be a friend, fam. Have a good one. And he goes, not my problem. A friend? You're pitching a fit because I don't have a screenshot for you in your for your defense I never asked for. And you're pretending like you're doing me this huge favor. I bet you're talking to Pugnant. It's like, again, you're fucking missing my point. And no, I'm not pitching a fit because you didn't have the info, because you have actually said no when I asked for info in the past. So that's very funny subjective reasoning that you have there. I've actually talked to him in the past with a completely unrelated matter, asking, actually it was with the Tipster situation, asking for more of an update for it, because he was practically like my inside man for Tipster. And like, he was like, you know, man, I really don't want to be more further involved. I was like, okay, dude,
Yeah,
dropped it there.
He doesn't fucking want to lose some clout. He doesn't have much. There's a live chat in a live stream where this dude freaks out because he has no credibility after this like weird cancer thing he did like a year ago. Too annoying to even get into now, but it was a big fucking deal.
I don't want to get into that. I want to talk about me. But
it's fucking. It was a big thing that happened, but he's fucking freaking out about losing credibility in a live chat like last year. I'm just like, man, just do shit. You're not very big to fucking begin with. Nobody gives a fuck.
Right,
But the
so-
reason he's like that is because he is the opposite of what he said in that fucking thing with you. He is very worried about what your mutuals think of him. He wants them to have a blank slate on him. Because if you know anything about Burski, it's all bad.
I don't have a high opinion after today, I'll tell you that. But So so I then go after he says, well, let me just reiterate what he says. Not my problem. A friend, you're pitching a fit because I don't have a screenshot for your defense I never asked for, and you're pretending like you're doing me this huge favor. I bet you're talking to Pugnant. And then I go, no, I'm not. Did I pitch a fit because you didn't have a screenshot, or did I take issue with how you were talking to me after you're trying to confirm something? You're the one that went on the tangent, essentially telling me to stop DMing you and to get over it after trying to defend you guys. Like, fuck, dude, are you really this obtuse? And then he goes, and it's one of those like ways where you know someone's having like a fit where they have to hit enter like a million times. Then he goes, when did I ask you to defend me? Answer that. When have I asked you for anything? Tipster was right about you. You turn on a dime, pitch a fit. And here's the funny thing. I didn't even turn on him at this point. You know what? I didn't. I was just taking issue with how he was talking to me. Pitch a fit. Oh, well,
Him
what about
calling
me?
how
How do I?
you turn on a dime. That's rich. You may not get why, but anybody around here knows exactly why that's hilarious.
Literally turned on a dime on me. I get one because he turned on me in this situation. I asked him one question and then he immediately turned on a dime. Like, how you
That's what
gonna
he
really
does.
claim this? It's like, what the fuck, dude? And then, okay, so he goes, you turn on a dime, pitch a fit because, oh, what about me? How do I look again? Misrepresenting what I'm saying. When you did the defending of your own volition, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Acting like you defending me at random internet spurts makes anything. LMAO, grow up. And then I said, when did Augie, Nick, Boblax, and them ask you to defend against Nerd City, that is?
Mhm.
And then, oh no, you gave your opinion. But for me to try and keep the story straight, I'm the fucked individual, huh? If you told me you didn't have it, it would have ended there. Or even if you told me that you weren't even comfortable talking about this anymore, boom, done. But you then went on a
Are you
tangent.
catching the pattern yet, though?
Yeah.
It's okay to go with these big numbers because they can leech numbers from them. Pretend they have an issue with people who have a big name. Ignore the actual issues that they have with people because there's no clout to be gained from that.
Yeah, he goes, but you then went on a tangent and I was defending my position so you can understand where I was coming from and you call it a fit. Man, seriously, LOL. And then he goes, defend me from a nerd. What the fuck are you talking about? And he was pointing out my typo. And then I said, defend them from nerd. Typo. He goes, I didn't defend them. I commented on him lying in his video. Are you really this dense? Holy shit, dude. I don't care about your, typing in one word, hitting enter over and over.
He does
I
that
said,
when he's
goddamn.
freaking out.
Yeah, I go, goddamn, dude. You're really saying I'm the one pitching a fit. LOL. I cut him off in the middle of there. So then he goes, position or your defense. And then I go, done kicking and screaming. And he goes, done being a fucking faggot, whining about defenses I never asked you for. Go defend some other internet person you know. I don't want or need your dumb fuck defense. I don't care what people think of you because you chose to defend me. Your lame guilt trip won't work on me. I'm going to ignore you now. I have better things to do than argue with a whiny bitch, which is very funny because if that's true, then why is he on Twitter today, throwing a spurg fit?
Because
and,
now he
you
would
know,
love to argue with you because now you're on this show.
I sent him one other thing, but he already blocked me by this point, so it didn't go through. But what I said, Jesus Christ, dude, LOL, the position you take when people come to you to try to verify something and then elaborate and try to sympathize their position while trying to help you out. Just because you didn't ask to be helped, I am a total faggot dumb fuck. All right, man, have a good one. I'm sincerely done with you. You're not a hard ass. You're an obtuse spurg that sees no fault in himself. Have a good one, dude. That was the conversation that was like, you know what? Fuck him.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Seems like you wasted a lot of time.
I've defended him on a multitude of situations revolving around you guys with Nick DiIorio, somebody that fucking Tipster says I'm a fucking dick ride for. It's like, how can I, on one hand, be a cock rider, right? And then on the other hand, be going at somebody, right? It just doesn't make sense. It's logical fallacy. And Tipster is.
Don't let logic get in the way of some good whoring. All right.
So here's the thing. Like, if he told me in DMs, and I can show that too, that Tipster was just a lying sack of shit, or he's full of shit, and now all of a sudden he's right. All of a sudden he's right. He was right about me, even though I'm not that kind of spineless prick that would go back on my arguments when it comes to that kind of shit, right? If, like, for example, I am taking issue with, well, let's just use today's example. If I take issue with how Burski is today, right, and then for some reason we are friends a year from now, I am gonna have that same issue, and I'm gonna hold my same stance on Burski I did today. And it's not going to change. He may be different in that a year later, but you know what? I'm still going to hold my same positions. I'm not just going to flip-flop on a whim because I don't like you anymore. That's called being fucking spineless.
You are not going to last very long.
Nah, dude. I'm here to fight. I'm here to continue to swing my arms and spurg out. It's so much fun.
More or less,
dude.
what's going to end up happening is they're going to figure out some random thing, and that's going to be why I can't listen to that guy. ... And you will be gone relatively soon, as far as people who they will listen to. So you better fucking strike fast. They're not this whole having a spine business. That's not going to work. that's
How
not
dare
gonna be
you.
okay. Go ahead.
I'm keeping tact. I'm standing tall. I'm good. All right, so there's more Twitter shit going down. Okay. All right, so
Hold
I
on.
don't know myself.
He's still going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He made his own thread talking about it too.
He made his own thread. He doesn't care so much. He's all right. Cool.
You special.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, he made a new thread. Okay. LMFAO, Croaxis II went right to the trailer park with his little bitch dog friend. Fucking triggered to the moon and back. Hashtag
These
Burski
people talk
wins.
about trailer park. You know I'm the only one among them who actually owns where they live.
Let's see. I don't know myself personally, but someone I trust
Sad
let me know they are on the stream spurring about me. We're having a good laugh in the DMs about it. Hey, good thing. Hey, continue laughing on, buddy.
Yeah, laughing DMs, you fucking marks.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, the more that you guys laugh, the louder that you guys laugh, the more that you can ignore all the dumb shit and all these approaches that you did towards me, because you won't admit fault to me, Burski. You won't, because you think you're such a hard ass. But you know what's funny? The very people that you guys actively judge rather consistently, like, he was actually more, and you know what? Like, we were actually going to talk about how I have openly called him like retard and all that shit on a public platform. But this guy that I've openly insulted a multitude of times for fun, like, he is more willing to give me a platform than the fucking guy I actually thought I was friends with. Like, holy fucking shit. What does that say about you?
You're easily swayed in some of this whole friend thing. The whole thing you said with Optic, you said the reason that you don't see too much wrong, well, he was nice to me. That's about to change, just so you know. he's not going to be nice to you anymore.
If he doesn't want to be nice to me, let's see.
Just because somebody's nice to you,
you're actually right. You're actually right. Okay, he goes. They're actually talking in a thread. Oh, you mean the exact same thing we called them on days ago? Color me shocked. I thought they hated them. LOL. I never actually specifically said that I hated it. You guys, I laughed at you guys, called you retards and shit. But I don't think I've ever called you. I said I've hated y'all. But
I don't fucking know you.
Yeah. So
the thing is that they have to make sure that everybody will hate and not listen over here, because if you listen over here, there's stories. Because Optic and Burski didn't just pop out of nowhere a couple months ago when Augie and fucking Nick shouted them out. They've been around for a long time, and they are scumbags of the highest order, and it's easy to show why. They can't show you anything that they claim. They can't show you where we dox them. They can't show you any of this shit. It didn't happen. But we can show you every single thing we say about them, and that's not good.
And it was added, they are so desperate, they being me, of course. I don't know whether they're using they, them pronouns.
You're desperate.
I don't give a shit about pronouns.
Hold on. How desperate did you have to be to talk to us? How desperate was it? Was it a huge act? Did you have to beg in DMs for proof of anything, or what happened? How desperate was it?
Think like Danny literally was like, dude, I can talk to DMs. You want to go on the Kumite? I was like, sure, why not? Like, Jesus Christ. And you know, I did get hyped up because, you know, I was really pissed off at Burski, and I made a point to actually not talk about Tipster because to be good to Broski, because I knew if I talked about Tipster, then Tipster would know that fucking Broski is pretty much, it was working as like some sort of double agent, giving me the info that like Tipster was saying
They've
about
been
me.
looking for a thing to dump Tipster off for a long time. They have a plan to fuck him over and gain some clout. It'll happen, but I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna fly now.
But he specifically asked me to not like involve him with that. And you know what? Like after today, it's like I don't give a shit. I'm liberated. I can fucking fully talk about Tipster. I can fully talk about Broski. I can talk about everybody now. I don't have
Now
to
they're
bite my
sitting
tongue
there
for
ready
nobody.
to fuck each other over.
They're
Look.
ready to fuck me.
Oh, they are now. They're done with you. You are. You
Oh, yeah.
have made a horrible, horrible thing. Like you sat down. You ever play Skyrim? Are you Skyrim people? You like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Elder Scrolls or any of those? Okay. Yeah, you sat down and you did the Black Sacrament thing, you know, the Dark Sacrament. You know, you're in with the Dark Brotherhood now. Like, nothing you say is ever okay again. You're evil.
We have cookies.
I've never cared to be called nice. I have never been cared. I've never cared, and I'm not trying to sound like some like edgelord. I'm just trying to be like, if I hurt your feelings, then okay.
It shouldn't be an edgy thought to not care what people who you will never meet think about you.
Exactly, but like, and you're reading this thread. It's ooh.
Oh yeah, is Optic going in on you now? Is he being nice still? What happened?
Good riddance. I tried to be reasonable. I was dumb to even entertain them being me for some reason, thinking like I'm some sort of they them pronoun person. No, just call me he. Call me Croaxis. Say my name.
You don't exist.
But we totally called it, and then they showed their stripes. Okay, buddy.
We called it. What'd you call?
Made a cut, get his fifis hurt. Don't even compare yourself to them. You're more of a man than any of them, and have your body hates you. Let's see. I was talking to talking to this guy named Wicked. Yeah, a lot of them are kind of circle jerking right now and group heading. You know what's funny? I was telling Danny today too. I literally called this. I was like, you know what? Here, let me find it. Let's see. Oh fuck it. Essentially, I just said that.
You saw this coming.
I was like, I'm gonna make so many fucking mutuals mad today. Like, but I don't give a shit, dude. Like, it's you know what? I'm entertaining me at the end. They want to treat it like the Kumite. The reason why I come on the Kumite is like to, I guess, some sort of major play. You know, to get people to, you know, I guess, jerk me off. But here's the thing: I came on the Kumite because I knew this was going to be the reaction I got, and you could even ask Danny because I was actually talking to him before it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this because you know what, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, if this is how he's gonna treat me, I know one thing that could spur him out. I know one thing that would spur him out, and now I'm getting notification after notification after notification.
Ding, ding, ding.
You know what? Like, I may end up hating y'all. Like, not gonna lie, I don't know y'all. I really don't. But like, I may end up hating y'all. But I'm gonna forever love this day.
Yay, petty.
As I said earlier, I'm a petty guy. I don't mind. I don't give a shit. I can be honest with it.
I'm deceptively lovable. Not true. Well, here's the thing. I'll never tell you that I'm your friend. Apparently, these people are like, "Oh, we're friends online." No, I'm not. I'm not anybody's fucking friend online. I have better things to do than that. That's fucking weird. It's not a thing that I do. But I'm not them. I am not a clout chaser. I'm not interested in any of that shit. I don't want to lie about people in order to get clicks online, and I don't view that as any sort of up. Meanwhile, that's pretty much all they view as an up. Is lying about people online, trying to chase clout from YouTubers bigger than them and bigger than they will ever be, and hoping that it doesn't bite them in the ass the next day.
Completely forgot. I didn't even fully cover the tipster shit. Jesus Christ.
Tangents.
Oh yeah.
Tangents happen.
But like, fuck. I guess I'll just summarize the tipster thing. Like tipster, like he just outright lied to me to Burski. Burski verified it, and pretty much called him a huge sack of shit. But before before that, like when me and Tipster were initially feuding, right? He completely cut contact with me, called me a spur, did what Burski did, blocked me, because immediately badass, just strong internet tough guy move is to
It's a power
get the
move to
last
block.
word, call you a spurg, and then get the fuck out of there. And so that's what Tipster did. And later on, I saw this one guy going after Tipster because of apparently Tipster. I think Tipster reported on somebody. Shit. Oh yeah, it was somebody was taking issue with the fact that Tipster monetized his video of an Edicum mural, which there's no issue with. He's a person that reports shit, so like there shouldn't be any issue with that, right? And so I took a stance and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't even personally like Tipster, but he's fucking not wrong here. And Tipster was like, hey, I've been meaning to talk to you for a while now, but like I really appreciate the fact that you defended me there, and I wanted to apologize for like how I've acted before. I wasn't in the right headspace, and like I'm sorry about that, bro. And I was like, you know what, dude, forgiven. I forgave him there. If I can show that as well. I forgave him there, and we moved on, and I've even talked to him in private and asking him like I guess his opinion on certain things. And then the moment I disagree and go after Nick, then immediately for Broski, by the way, and Broski didn't mind me defending him that time for some reason, but me going after Broski and me going after Nick and defending him, that caused Tipster to spurg out, and Tipster was going into my friend's DMs and was just outright lying about me, which was Burski. Burski verified this and pretty much admitted that Tipster is pretty much a lying sack of shit. But look, here we are, present day. Now, if he's not a lying sack of shit, he was right about me. Even though that he lied about me, he was right about me. Oh wow, shit.
You have to understand, Broski now talks about how Andy Worski is great and tries to clout chase with him, even though
Andy Worski is the most
swore he was
retarded person I've ever heard on the internet.
Broski
Jesus
swore he was
Christ.
going to kill Andy Worski at one point. All right, Broski fucking hated Andy because Andy is the one who said that he was a cancer scammer originally. But now he's great because he's not me, I guess. And that's who the clout chasers are cool with. So, dude, that's what he's like. That's what he does. Is like, oh, this person has a bigger number. Oh, they were right all along. You're my buddy, right? It's like, shut the fuck up, Broski.
Look, I'm getting a lot of I guess finally positive attention. Now it's not just I guess circle jerking.
What do you mean? What's happening? Other people tweeting at you?
Oh yeah, like the people spurging out against me are still tweeting in threads about me. I'm just kind of having fun reading that on the side, and then I see like people like Blessed Dad and them following me, and Blossom is following me. Hey, appreciate the follows, fam.
It's cool, fam.
Blossom will be a pleasant follow. Pete, I don't know if you'll fucking regret that one or not.
No, you'll never regret that.
I've already called Blessed Dad autistic like a multitude of times publicly, and
Here's
I don't
the thing:
deny
if you
it.
ever talk to him, then you'll know how to read the shit he says. He just types like he talks. It's fine.
It's okay. He can be
He's
autistic.
another Aussie.
He's actually
I don't know.
a
You know
terrible
Aussies?
person.
Yeah.
All right, he's one of those.
Awful person.
Oh god.
Hey, more like that.
Don't worry about it. Me and him make up later. We'll kiss.
She
We're
pulled
done.
out her white knight helmet and shield.
Dude, we gonna kiss, bro.
Who's
That was in my ear, and I liked it.
I'm uncomfortable.
She does like it in her rear.
I reserve the smooches for the bros, just because women are gay because they like guys, and that's kind of gay. So
That is pretty fucking gay.
I've heard
I've been
that,
trying
yeah.
to deal with it
Yeah,
for
I've
a
heard that
while,
too.
but they are
I've
The
come
bro
to terms
boys,
with
though.
it.
So
So how do you feel making a new enemy with a broski?
it's just another day.
Another day? Yeah.
I piss so many people off when it comes to Twitter and all that. It's just another day for me because I expect I'm gonna lose probably a lot of mutual friends, which is fine. I'm gonna lose probably some respect in the commentary community because I know so many commentators hates this
Why?
entire
But
platform, I guess.
why would you
But
lose?
it's because
don't
a lot.
agree with them.
Yeah,
Just
and
fucking they have to hate you.
Oh,
I
that
get that.
community.
But
Oh,
here's the
okay,
thing.
okay.
Some of the
Here's
haters
the
say we're
thing.
liars and we're just making shit up.
Here's the thing. If you truly know me, you would know I would entertain any platform. If it's somebody that everybody hates, if it's somebody that everybody loves, I'll go on any platform. I will talk mad shit. I'll be mad friendly. I will just it doesn't matter. For me, if I was given an invite to the show probably while I was friends with Burski and all that, I would take the opportunity because it would have sounded fun, I could
You
have
had
shit
one.
I could have memed you.
I think the first time you were on, I said, "See if you can come on the show." Fuck it. Probably got buried by all the fucking circle jerking, but it was there.
Yeah, but this is I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm having a lot of fun. I hate muting threads so much, but damn,
It gets very busy.
They're not gonna stop.
I did notice on the screen that tweet has been put up, and it says Broski wins. So he's gonna be spamming for a while. That's how you know he's ass blasted when he types Broski wins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's when you know he's fucked up right now.
See anybody they have to claim their own sort of victory without actual
Nobody even knows
themselves.
anything's going on, and he's a Broski wins, and it's sure, bud.
His strongest argument right now, is either a lie or it's I'm on the Kumite. Those are his two strongest arguments against me right now. And the other things, that's weak shit. He messaged me at 6:30 in the morning. Holy fucking shit. You how
How
many fucking
dare
DMs I get
you.
at 3 in the morning? Jesus
You
Christ.
insensitive fucker.
Oh my god.
God, might as well kill myself. Jesus Christ. Do the world a better and make the world a better place.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, Broski and Optic are both full of fucking shit.
Kind of a billion%.
If Optic wants to, go on with the bandwagon, hey, he
No,
I think Optic will try to remain neutral towards you as well.
He's already not.
Yeah, he pretty much said good riddance. So
he's already buried him. He can't not.
If he wants to just say
that's the
fuck
thing
him,
about
it's like,
Optic
hey,
though.
Whatever.
I get the feeling that Optic is getting sick of Broski shit. All of the shit that he's. I get the feeling he is a little bit. I mean, he'd have to be.
He's been
right?
sick of that shit, but he can't do anything about it. Because if Broski goes away, first thing he's gonna do is expose a bunch of shit that Optic does. Man, it's just they are stuck with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So each
I
one
appreciate
has
you
a
guys giving me
dead
a
man's
platform to kind of have a bitch fit because you know what, I'm a huge Spurg. I needed to go on a Spurg platform, and you guys gave me the opportunity. But the funny thing is, you know what, the very people I called friends, they didn't give me an opportunity to talk to them. So you know what, fuck it, I'll go to the place that will.
Why do you think they didn't?
Because well, Optic gave me an opportunity to talk to him. Broski, well, Broski just can't.
Give you a chance to talk to him in DMs and not publicly because he knows that he can't put an explanation out there that isn't going to get shot down. And that same thread apparently, Punish Dad or Blessed Dad, whichever he's going by, it fucking says out there what he's going to do is get passive aggressive with you because it's fucking that's what he does. He's never going to show proof of anything, and he's going to get passive aggressive. And sure enough, he never provided any proof. And you said in the DMs, he got kind of passive. Yeah, that's what he's got. That's what they've got, man. That's the entirety of it.
That's a power
And that's
move
how it
right
ends up
there.
shaking out with this whole fucking crew. The Tipsters, the DiIorios, the Augie, that whole fucking clan. It
I
boils
want to go.
down
I
to that.
also want to go on record to say, like, even though I had one disagreement with DiIorio, like in that situation, he never made a snipe at me, and you know, I kind of want to make a parallel between him and this Burski situation. I went fucking hard on Nick. I was saying some mean shit, right? I was just being a dick, right? And and you know what happened? Nick approached me in DMs, and he was like, "Hey, you cool down? You want to talk?" And you know what? Like he gave me an opportunity to fucking talk to him, let him see a little perspective from his side. And you know what? I still gave him my issues. I held true to what my issues were, but he said,
You know what you got there? You got a chance to fucking get it because he was having a situation where people were giving him shit.
and that's it.
He needed to defuse that situation quick. Nick was having a bad fucking time right about then.
Here's the thing: when he made that post, he was diffusing some shit, but then when he diffused it, like he was still getting shit from me. And so when he decided to, and he didn't have to, he could ignored my ass because like at that time I was,
He couldn't. Your posts were getting likes. I remember this thing.
I think they were.
When your posts
honestly.
start to get more likes than the shit that's defending him, that's when he'll say something to you because he is all about that social media, that clout chasing, all that. That's what he's about. Got to make
Honestly,
sure
in that
things look good.
situation, I honestly don't think in that situation my things were getting likes because like
They were.
I remember I was fighting off more shit than I was
Oh, no,
receiving.
you were getting shit, but you were getting likes too. People were
Really?
noticing what you were saying, and it was fucking. It was parallel with reality. I remember this thing. You're the one who compared him. You said like something he had bitched about a few months ago. It was like the I Am Alex thing was the same thing.
I
He
said
was
that my stance was on this time was that like I thought it was really rich that he would not come to Broski in DMs about like you know these issues, but that's the exact thing that he judged I'm Alex for in the Slaza situation. And I also did elaborate that it's a false equivalence because one's a rape thing and one's not, but still like the same principle does apply. And he outright told me multiple times that he could see where I'm coming from. And
you remember how he told you, yeah, I did all of that because my principles, I wanted to stand by my principles. Remember when he said all that?
I don't think he.
Oh, that's the tweet. You can go back and find the tweet. It's out there where he's like, "I'm gonna stand by my principles," and I disavow what bro.
Oh, you mean okay. You mean the initial one? I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about when he was talking to me directly. I was about to say that happened in DMs. So like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I do remember that. And the sad thing is like and here's why I wanted to make that parallel is because I went after Nick really fucking hard. But he gave me the time of day, and then he did not have to. But he gave me the time of day. He could have literally
no. You
muted
don't
my.
get it. He did have to fucking go to you and have to figure out a way to get as many people as he could onto his side on these things. He was lying to you when he told you that he was standing by his principles. Did you know that I had a conversation with Nick that day, and I drug him kicking and screaming?
Burski mentioned that. I think he mentioned that you guys were like pestering him or some shit like that.
No, I wasn't pestering him. I snatched that tubby fuck up and I drug him kicking and screaming to following his fucking word.
Let me get to my point. Well, the reason why I bring that up is because the person that I went fucking after real hard, right? He was willing to talk to me and like give me like some examples of his personal life, you know, actually talk to me like a person, somebody that he doesn't even fucking know, somebody that's not his friend, you know. But this guy that I'm actually, you know, I guess friendly with, let's say that instead, that I'm friendly with, you know, I asked him a simple question. I'm not even going after him, and and completely unrelated matters. When he tells me no, I back off. I'm like that with everybody. If you tell me no, okay, I'm done. But if you want to have a tangent, I'm gonna comment. That's it. And I just think it's so fucking funny that all the people that I've noticed when it comes to like, either going against Burski or, having some sort of negative situation, they're all giving me more of a platform to talk to them more than Burski actually gave with me. Because all he wanted to do is flip his shit and block me. That's all.
Well, yeah. That is the broski way.
Like, I'm not defending his shit. If you wanted to fucking call him fucking Hitler, if you wanted to say like,
oh no,
that's his right.
Broski is no Hitler. Broski is a bum. He is a garden variety fucking con man. There's nothing very special about him. Not in the least.
Shit, he asked me specifically not to, so I'm like, I'm petty as fuck. Y'all say, Jack, yeah, y'all can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. If you guys want to be blatantly wrong or, outright lie about him, he specifically told me not to defend, so it's like, hey, I mean, fuck it. I don't give a
lie
shit
would
about
only be better than the truth, my boy. That's the problem. A lie would only make it sound better than it is. That's the kind of people that we're dealing with. The truth is much better to go with. That's how bad these fuckers are. They suck.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like when these situations happen, just because you learn a lot more about individual people, and then the entire subject matter becomes so much more interesting. Sure, you lose friendly acquaintances along the way, but you know what? Like,
you have a much clearer picture of what was actually going on.
You learn so much fucking more.
Oh, today you're going to have a much clearer picture of a lot of the narratives going on.
And I can already see it now that the people are saying that, oh, you talk to the Kumite, so you're not gonna have a clear picture. It's like
you're in a cult now, remember?
Yeah, it's like me talking to the Kumite does not take away from my path. Like, I have literally the same opinions that I had going into the Kumite than that I did before. And before I even was talking about the idea of me coming on here, this morning at 7 a.m., I had a finite opinion of Burski, and now it is about to be 6 p.m. and I still have that same exact opinion. So
you changed your opinion on Optic.
I got some bad news for you. You're wrong. Now that you've been on the show, all of your opinions came directly from Tonka. You are a part of the cult. You have no individual personality, no ability to think for yourself, no critical thinking skills.
I'm about to say some fucked up shit if all my opinions come from Tonka. Holy shit. Yeah. I have free reign to say whatever the fuck I want now.
Also, you now love him and suck his dick.
Hey. What's the most fucked up shit I could say? Hitler did nothing wrong. It's not my opinion. It's Tonka's opinion.
Decent trick.
I kind of want. I didn't mean to walk into that.
Starting to sound more like Akujin than
into it.
Than Tonka.
Wow. So, what is your opinion of this place? Since your opinion hasn't changed.
Hey, do you like?
I came in here with I came in and actually, honestly, I have very little info when it comes to people claiming doxing servers and all that. The only actually, I do kind of want to ask because it was talked about something about Vamp looking up Optic's info. Do you guys mind
I know this. I know this one. We read.
Tag me in. Oh, tag me in. Yeah, this is mine.
Hold on. Tagged.
Nah, he said Vamp. You can go.
No, you can go.
Oh, okay. Okay, so somebody had linked us to a blog that was written by Optic's brother, warning people and the artist community he was in that he was a scumbag and he was manipulative and he was, I think, stealing. I think that was another accusation that they were throwing out. So Vamp and I took turns reading that on air, but we didn't say any of the names that were mentioned.
Here's the annoying thing. If Optic did say someone was doxing him, you can go into the fucking the archive or whatever. This guy went by his fucking name last year.
Yeah.
That was his name on Twitter.
That was another thing.
I think what I'm more talking about is I don't even. I don't remember the full context of it, but I think it was like the argument was being presented that it was a screenshot of Vamp in in Discord saying that we need to find his name or something like along those lines. Do you guys
We
Not
wouldn't
remember
need to
what that
find
was?
his fucking name.
His name
There
was
was-
on his Twitter.
He used his name on his Twitter like last year even. The Optic Decay Twitter used to be named Rob LeBlanc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was associated with his art brand. That's like I
Not
knew
just
that,
associated
and
with
I
his
was
art brand. That was the
yeah.
name everyone
Yeah.
knew him by on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
This is that thing where they're like, "Oh, you're doxing him." Well, that's what we called you. He goes by Rob on his show now.
I think that's like Mike from PA. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
The Mike from PA gimmick. That's
It's just like it's this, I guess, a political channel on he on Twitter he calls himself like Matt and Mike from PA, and he's a lawyer, and he openly tells people about him taking part in certain activities, that would pretty much lead to his identity. And like he's making every single move that he can to like pretty much give out his name. And he even made the point to even tweet out his full name. But then he wants to claim that other people are doxing him because because they read an article about him that he of an event that he was talking about that he was in. It kind of sounds like a similar situation to that.
it's worse.
There was another situation that you kind of like read into, and that's where I ended up talking to you. And that was a weird misconception. Actually, there's a tweet that Tommy C posted, and I want to say this much. The truth be told, Ninja was arguing with Tonka that day. He was actually against talking about the girl that Burski was friends with. And somebody spun that around and tried to turn that into, oh, Ninja's up to these weird ops. When really, Ninja was the one that was like actually sticking up for them.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that was the thread that I was arguing with him in.
Remember that?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know what they're
I don't
talking
either.
about.
It's in my
Yeah,
folder, but
I
Yeah.
couldn't pull up the screenshot, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, it's in my folder if you wanted to see what I'm talking
Oh.
about. But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that. The one
hold
that.
on. No, stop the car.
What happened?
We have an update. It appears that old Rob LeBlanc is he shut it down. Wait, that's a different account. You're
That's
showing a different account.
that's the
that's his
account
other-
that he tweets from when he gets put in Twitter jail.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Oh.
made this one when he got put in Twitter jail one time.
well, he also has he called his main one Rob LeBlanc too.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like a separate account. The same fucking account. You can go into fucking archives and it's him speaking as Rob LeBlanc. It's fucking, that's the thing. So, like, how do you dox him? It would be like dropping his face. Who's dropped his
Right.
face? Nobody's even dropped his face. I'm gonna tell you, he's ugly as fucking sin, though.
That's just something I was curious about because I was talking with Pugnut about it last night too.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
thing that
they're-
doesn't exist.
Their their tagline for their show is "The Morning Decay with Rob and Eric."
He's went by Rob LeBlanc for fucking years.
Right.
I think it's more complicated than that, but it's hard to really get into it too much. But I think a lot of it's just him worried about people digging through stuff. in his
No, he
past.
just doesn't want people to fucking see like the Reddit post that his fucking brother made about him
Yeah.
going around and taking his mom's fucking crutches and pretending to fucking have shit so he could skate. Yeah. It's shit like that. He doesn't want people to know that. He's a scumbag. So yeah, they're doxing because they're talking about what I'm like. Fuck that. Fuck him.
Yeah, well, going back to like the earlier thing that kind of led into this. I think what was it? Was it you, Blossom, that asked me, "What do you think about this this doxing server?"
Oh yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to it being a doxing server, I don't even think I even saw that as like an argument personally.
You're a Kumatard, though.
Burski
You,
made that
you would
argument.
say that.
Yeah, good point.
You can't be trusted
can't
no
listen
more.
I would say that. What do you mean?
Well, you're on the show now. You can't be trusted.
Oh yeah, just
You're
true.
obviously my best friend.
Yeah.
But like honestly, like yeah, I don't like personally. I've seen the D. Not I don't know if it's a DM. I just can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. I'll just say it's. I saw the discussion about Vamp, and I think that when it comes to doxing and claims, and other than the thing last night, I actually took criticism with when it comes to Optic. Like I think those are the only instances I've outright seen doxing thrown around, other than it being like a casual jab. But nothing like this is a doxing server. I don't think I've seen that.
Well,
Nobody over here has ever doxed anybody. But you know who's straight up
there
threatened to?
there
and then
is
throw
some
a name?
doxing I can
Croaxis.
show you, though, from the server. If you'll...
What?
Yeah, I mean, this was
He
posted...
can't do the
in
live thing.
This was posted in this server, among other places. If you want to just have a look at the screen, I can show you some doxing. And this actually did get posted in our server, so I guess this is as close as you can get.
Said it was a specific Kevin. You did. How did you know I was talking about it? You told us.
Yeah.
It could have been
Yeah,
any
yeah.
Kevin. It was one from the
Or no, you know what? You know what? Go play in traffic. That's how you say it.
You double down.
How about this? Drive off the
also back
goddamn
early, it's
median.
quite
and
a
fucking-
sight.
No, I'm done. I'm done interacting with you, dumb fucks. Every time you annoy me,
A guy who
I'm
wasn't
going to
even
post
there.
shit to remind you of why
They
you
threatened to
people
dox
shouldn't
him because
bother
they
me.
don't want people to talk about.
And it's nothing
Burski
I
owing
did.
money
That's the
anymore.
great part. It's
So they
all
went with
shit.
that. And then when this happened, while Tommy C and Nick and Augie, they're all pushing Optic. Oh, they all wanted to get hush hush about this. They all wanted to get hush hush about this. And then Tommy went as far as to say that I was doing much worse than what he pulls in this video. And then past that, when I asked Tommy, what did I do that's worse? That white trash fucking pussy blocked me.
I may have neglected to mention that I was playing the video.
Yeah, he started the video for homeboy to
Go
listen
ahead,
to.
play it then. Play it again. Who cares?
Well, yeah, I wanted Croaxis to be able to hear it.
Actually, yeah, I remember this video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't
Or
wanna
no, you
say
know
that.
what? You know what? Go play in traffic. That's how you say
You know
it.
what?
That's better.
How about this? Drive
If
off
there's a
drive
defense,
off the
Burski
goddamn
don't want it,
median
so.
and fucking.
No, I'm done. I'm done interacting
That's
with you,
the thing,
dumb
where's
fucks.
the-
Every time you annoy me, I'm going
If
to
there
post
was,
shit
Burski
to
don't
remind
want
you
it,
of
so.
why you people shouldn't bother me.
Yep.
And it's
That's a
nothing I
big-
did. That's the great part. It's all shit that you fucking idiots did
It's his battle,
yourselves.
so if you guys
to
want to, you
yourselves.
know,
So
if
why
you
don't you
guys
go
wanna
tell your little buddy
say
Kevin?
whatever, hey,
to get
don't
a
want the
life.
defenses.
All right?
Kevin?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. The person that is concerned is now knows. All right?
But
So
shit, dude.
and if he gets
I think I
mad
got
at
all
me,
that I
don't
needed
worry.
to say. It was
It's his
fun, kind
PayPal
of fucking
information.
around and
It's not a dox.
spurring out, because
Everybody has it.
it.
Not a dox.
Fucking punch you.
How long do you think
real.
you're going to get the label of Angry Spurg? I think you have about an hour or two left on that before you get a new label.
Fucking
I
Kumatard.
don't know what to do, man. Like, as they say things. about
So
me, I'm
did you hear the video audio
I remember the video, yeah.
where Broski was pretty much doxed this person on air?
Yeah, I remember that video. Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Isn't that the one where I said hi and then he just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I just played, but
It's a very good video. Lots of
Yeah.
interesting things.
there's a
in it.
reason why it's my pin.
Huh. Hold on. I'm going to do a thing real quick. I got to check the... someone said to check the Streamlab thing. I will look for it and hopefully I'll get that. And then we can
Don't you guys
go...
have a new channel called, or is this a new channel? Because like I don't.
It's a new
I don't-
channel.
Well, why do y'all make a new channel?
Well, it's a
Do you
new
remember
year.
that art video that you fucking saw?
Yeah.
Okay, that was flagged for bullying. Okay, and then a
Ah.
fucking week later, we're on another channel, and Andy Warski Geek and all those fucking idiots in their fucking server they were openly just reporting the video.
God, I fucking love Andy Worski because he makes so much material for me to fucking shit on because like and just hearing him talk, I feel like I'm getting proxy Down syndrome. Jesus Christ, I hate that dude.
He's a pretty terrible person.
It's like I don't even care if he's like a terrible person. Oh my god, I fucking hate his voice. Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, it's a brutal voice. I don't want to talk to him. I've had little interest to talk to him for a long time.
He fucking like he can't keep a fucking position worth shit until like he has like oh my fucking god I do not like that dude.
Here's
Like,
something
Jesus.
called Optic's mannish looking wife had donated to say Optic's dicks still don't work. That is all. You may continue. All right. Appreciate that.
God damn.
But
That's a sad update. Oh,
yeah, that's fucked up update. But I went in there, I got it, I found it. It's not a big deal. There's a I don't know.
Anything else that you guys would like to? I guess I got all my questions. So anything specific you guys would want to talk about before I dip?
I don't know. Are you? Did you find the place to be super evil?
Dude, I had so much fun circle jerking in here because like that's what they're gonna claim I'm doing. So you know what? You can better believe it. One person was handling the shaft, the other two were handling the balls. I don't know what the other twos were doing. The other people were
I
getting
was
cucked.
filming.
Yeah, you were getting cucked, but you're getting paid for it. So like and like it's
Kairu
been
has a
fun.
question for the guy. So I'm assuming this has something to
what's
do with
up?
NATO. So hold on.
It's gonna be the NATO question.
It's always the NATO question.
No.
All right, Kairu. Hit the fucking gas. Ask the question.
while he's typing out his NATO question, who do you think would win in a fight? Godzilla or King Kong?
King Kong.
What a fucking mark.
Oh.
Actually, Danny told me to say King Kong because he told me this question was gonna get fucking asked. You also said something. What was it about fish or salmon or something like that? I was
No.
What's your favorite seafood?
Oh fuck! I don't like seafood.
This fucking guy. Kairu asked, is NATO still relevant in the post-Soviet society?
Again.
Can ignore it.
He no soldier. He fucking no soldier. And 3D is very happy that you said the thing that he said for you to say. Now, here's the thing. Here we go. I don't know. Akujin, play a song out. We'll have it go like we're still gonna talk a little off air, and that will freak people out. Now, whether or not we talk about golf balls or what the fuck ever we talk about, they're going to assume this is where you were indoctrinated and performed a human sacrifice. So when you go back out into public and they ask if you did, just let them know that you did.
Asshole's ready, dude.
Yeah, just let them know, and it won't be a very big deal. Does anybody have any? Are you gonna? Anybody else streaming later? Anybody doing anything?
I might be. I haven't decided entirely, but I might be playing more Dragon's Dogma.
I don't have any plans to stream tonight.
What a bunch of losers. Slacker's gonna stream later. He is got Dark.
There you
Souls
go.
2
Is he
Vamp
actually
and
going to
Slacker.
stream it now?
Maybe if his shit works.
He keeps teasing us with this, and he never does it.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question. You do contenty things. What do you do? Do you do videos or do you do streams? If you do you do them when? What do you do?
Me?
Well, yeah, you. I know the rest of these dorks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was staring at my dog, but
Rude as fuck.
It's a cute dog.
but oh yeah, I got they got too many of them. But
We do dogs.
yeah,
we do dogs
I
pets
have-
around here.
yeah, I have 20. I have 26 in this house right now. You guys need some?
Jesus.
Are you a sanctuary of some kind?
Yeah,
For doggos?
I have my own cult of dogs, but it's practically just the KKK of dogs. So like, just don't worry about it. But
Okay, I'm gonna need a pamphlet.
but yeah, I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Twitch just gaming. YouTube on my channel. Don't trick me. I do two types of streams on there. Currently, I do casual art streams with other artists, and then I do just random bullshit variety topic channel chats. I later plan to get into more on my main like actual name brand channel, Croaxis. I plan to get into actual like tutorials and I guess like tech reviews and all that. 'Cause I fucking love like buying shit and might as well, you know.
Good
So,
luck doing all that
Fucking
smelling
love
like the
buying shit,
Kumite.
I honestly I got my fingers in I guess multiple other places. So like I've got multiple different smells. So
Hell yeah!
Ew.
Oh.
if people want to label me a Kumatar, then you know what they fucking will. If they wanna be so fucking obtuse about literally everything and judge me because of the people I talk to, you do you, fam. I sincerely do not give a shit. You are just another random in the fucking sea that is of autism.
Oof.
Hey, I'm in the sea too. What's so wrong with that?
I think we should start the blood sacrifices and the.
Yeah, I
Calm
got my
down.
tools ready. Oh,
Calm
okay.
down. By the way, I'll go ahead and let you know this. Apparently, Andy is streaming to 40 people, so you are twice the draw and then some that Andy Worski is. Correct. Congratulations.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
All right. We
All
we're
right,
rounding about finished for the thing. Go ahead, do the music thing, Akujin.
that's it,
Or go
everyone.
yeah, say your thing.
Have fun.
Think of old school hip hop. Kick off your shoes and relax your socks. The rhymes spread just like a box. Cause the music is live like an electric shock. I am known to do the walk. So known for the Flintstone clock. KMED getting biz on the crop. Beatsy boys known to let the beat. Drop. Drop. Shut